First reading. A reading from the prophet Ezekiel, chapter 2, verses 8, and chapter 3, verses 4. But you, son of man, or listen to what I say to you. Do not be a rebel like that rebellious tribe. Open your mouth and eat what I am about to give you. When I looked, there was a hand stretching out to me, holding a scroll. He unrolled it in front of me. It was written on front and back. On it was written Lamentations, dirges, and cries of grief. He then said, Son of man, eat what you see. Eat the scroll. Then go and speak to the house of Israel. I opened my mouth. He gave me the scroll to eat, and then said, Son of man, feed on the scroll which I am giving you, and eat your fill. So I ate it, and it tasted sweet as honey. He then said, Son of man, go to the house of Israel and tell them what I have said. This is the word of Lord. Thanks be to God. A reading from the Gospel according to Matthew, chapter 18, verses 1 to 5, 10, and 12 to 14. At this time, the disciples came to Jesus and said, Who is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven? So he called a little child to him, whom he set among them. Then he said, In truth I tell you, unless you change and become like little children, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. And so the one who makes himself as little as this little child is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. Anyone who welcomes one little child like this in my name welcomes me. See that you never despise any of these little ones, for I tell you that the angels in heaven are continually in the presence of my Father in heaven. Tell me, suppose a man has 100 sheep and one of them strays, will he not leave the 99 on the hillside and go in search of the stray? In truth, I tell you, if he finds it, it gives him more joy than do the 99 that did not stray at all. Similarly, it is never the will of your Father in heaven that one of these little ones should be lost.